Hi everyone, it's Tammy and welcome to Foodie Friday. Today I'm going to make Crockpot baked ziti, and I will tell you the recipe, but I got this online. It is from Build Your Bite. And I have a pan heated up here, and I'm going to put in it some Italian sausage and some ground beef. And I'm using a combination of both just because I like that. We like that for our pastas and meatloafs and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the Italian sausage right in the pan. And then I'm going to go ahead and put, I have 2 pounds of ground chuck. I'm going to use all of it because this is going to make more than one meal. And I'm going to save some of it and use some of it for today's ziti. So you can just brown it all together at once. A lot of people ask where I got this meat chopper thing, and honestly I don't even know where I got it, but you can find them anywhere. They're at, I know Paper Chef makes one, Target, Walmart, Menards. People have found them just about everywhere. And it's just really nice to make nice chopped up meat. And this is going to cook in the crock pot. And the recipe does not call for any meat, but I wanted to add some. So I am changing it up a little bit, which is what I do with most of my recipes. And guys, that's what you can do too. If there's something that you don't like in a recipe, don't use it. Or find an alternative. Or if you don't like, the recipe calls for 3 cloves of garlic and you don't like garlic, you can leave it out. You can use a little less. I use, hold on. We don't want that in there. I use recipes as guidelines. When you're cooking, that's very easy to do. If you're baking, it's a little bit different because baking requires more of exact ingredients. You need a certain amount of flour, a certain amount of baking powder, stuff like that. So this is a lot of meat, but like I said, it's going to go in more than one meal, and it's great because I can make the other meal on a weeknight or whatever, and I don't have to worry about browning any meat. So this is just going to brown, and I'm just going to do that. So I'm going to put you guys in fast forward so you can do this quickly. Okay, so now that it's done, there is some grease in it, so I want to drain that. And it doesn't have to be entirely done, but just, I don't know, 95% done or something, because it is going to still bake in the crock pot. And then my next meal, I'm also going to bake it. I think it's bake it. I don't even remember exactly off the top of my head, but that's okay. And both of them are Italian meals, so that's why I could go ahead and combine the two. I don't think I mentioned that. So I'm going to drain this, and then I will be back. I'm also going to take out at least half of it, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I have what I want back in here, and I'm also going to add to this one of the really big cans of ragu. This is a 45-ounce jar of ragu. I'm adding all of it. Plus I'm going to add 15 ounces of spaghetti sauce. So for me, that's 2 of the small cans of, not spaghetti sauce, of tomato sauce. put just a little bit of water in because I want to make sure I get my money's worth of all these sauces. It's probably a third of a cup of water that I added. And I'm just going to mix all of this together with the meat. So now I have meat sauce. And this is a lot. It's going to make a lot of food. This would be something I would feel like I could freeze. And I think I'm going to add some Italian seasoning to it as well. It doesn't call for that, but again, it's what I like. And I added a little salt and pepper too to the meat when it was cooking. All right, so now that I have that, I'm going to throw these away. And I'm going to bring you guys over to the island with so you can see the crock pot, so I'll be right back. Okay, I think that you guys can see that okay. And you're going to need, let's see, let me tell you what else you're going to need. You're going to need a 16 ounce or 1 pound of pasta. I'm using the mini penne. You're going to want some basil, and I have this chopped frozen basil. You want Parmesan cheese, so I have a container of that. I also have ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, or this one's Italian style cheese, and then I also have 2 eggs. So I'm going to take, let's see, I need 15 ounces of ricotta. So this one is 32 ounces, so I need about half of my ricotta. Goodness. They don't make it easy to open this. So I'm just going to eyeball half of it. Ooh. And I'm going to mix that with the 2 eggs. Some Italian seasoning again. And the basil. It says you need a 1/3 cup of fresh basil. So I'm going to use, I don't know, just a couple of these little squares. Stir that around. I'm going to see if I can play with the lights a little bit. Oops. Is that better? I don't know if it's better, but I don't think it's worse, so All right, so now what I'm gonna do is take 2 1/3 cups of the pasta sauce and put it in the slow cooker. So I don't know how much that is. I'm just gonna put, I want it to cover the bottom for sure. So there's 3 ladles full. That looks pretty good. Make sure that got it covered. Yes. And then I'm going to add 1/3 of the uncooked pasta. And it makes sure that you tells you uncooked. So the way I do this is I'm just going to kind of divide it in my hands, with my hands about where I think 1/3 is. And just do that. So there's 1/3 of the pasta. And then dot half of the ricotta cheese mixture and spread it. Okay, so about like that. And then add about 1 cup of parmesan. So I'm going to use this that's open. And then I'll use there we go. And then sauce, pasta, ricotta. And then also another 1/3 of the pasta. And then this is the remaining ricotta. And this is Sunday dinner, so I'm going to have leftovers, and I'm going to have my son here, I think. He's going to let me know for sure, but I think he's coming and he might be bringing a friend, so there will be plenty for everyone. And there will be leftovers for lunches. And for my son to take some too. I like giving him doggy bags. So I'm just spreading that out, trying to make it as even as I can. And then, let's see, so sprinkle the remaining parmesan and add the last pasta. So I'm just going to sprinkle this, and then I'm also going to sprinkle the actual parmesan. And the remaining peanut. Spread that out a little bit. And then top with the rest of the sauce. And then in the last few minutes, I'm going to top it with the remainder of the mozzarella. So I'm just going to put the rest of the sauce on here. And remember, this is uncooked pasta that's in here, so that's pretty cool. All right, so this is in the crock pot. Everything is ready to go. I just need to put my lid on it. And it says cover and cook on high for 2 to 3 hours. So 2 to 3 hours, I'm gonna do 2.5, I think. I haven't plugged this puppy in yet. So program 2.5 high. And there we go. So I'll check back with you when this beeps, and then I will put the remaining mozzarella on, and it'll be almost time to eat. Serve it with a salad, maybe some bread. You're good to go. Thanks for watching. I'll be back. So it has been 2.5 hours, and my crock pot automatically goes to warm. So it's on warm right now. Ooh, look at that. I am going to just take a fork and make sure that the penne is done. Ooh, yeah, it looks good. Let's give it a whirl. Oh yeah. That's really cool. So now I'm going to top it with the cheese. And a little more parmesan. I'm just going to let that stay nice or get nice and melty. And then it will be time to eat. Okay, I am turning this off, and ta-da! Look how yummy that looks. It does look good. So let's scoop up a helping, and I'm going to try to get down at the bottom. If you have one of those liners for your crock pot, that might be a good idea with this. Very cheesy. It doesn't really stay in the layers, but here it is. And oh yeah, it is quite enjoyable. I got some of the ricotta, some of the meat. It's very, very hot. But that's good stuff. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.